All right, good day, family. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I know I did. And if you're alive, then you certainly did have a great week. Trust me, there are a lot of people who didn't make it, but you did. And so glad that you guys can join us. Well, as you can see, I'm in the kitchen now. I just came out of the Samba kitchen. So today, we're going to go over just the email that just went out. We're going to talk about some of those items that we have. We actually introduced some brand new things. I don't know if you caught that or not, but that was all in the email that we sent out this week. And we're just going to go through all the different things that we have on there very quickly. And then we're going to talk about the new stuff. But we specifically, the spotlight for this broadcast is going to be on cinnamon. Yes, we're going to talk about cinnamon. And, because all cinnamon is not created equal. They're not all created equal. And this is, believe it or not, ties into indirectly to both of the broadcasts that we did earlier this week, as far as dealing with anxiety and stress and things like that. So here we go. So we're going to get into that. So anyway, so glad that you guys can join us. For those that are in the chat, so glad that you guys can join us as well. Maybe I should have titled this video, I don't know, something, whatever the latest argument or debate is going on right now. Leave the world behind. Maybe I should have titled it that. My take on leave the world behind. That will get more attention. But anyway, but it's something else. Or this whole thing with the Simone Biles' husband and what he said or what he didn't say and all of that stuff. I said, I tell you, our people love drama. We will chase it down. We will chase drama down. If we can't find it, we'll build it. But anyway, so glad to have you guys here today. And so we're going to get right into it. Let me, if you're not familiar at all with our website here, it is sambatree.com. All right. And this is something that we started, my wife and I, if you're not, for those that aren't familiar, this is a site that we started as a store that we created. We created some time ago, a while back. And we created it because this came about, I would say, right around the whole, maybe before that. I think the lead up to the whole pandemic thing, you know what I mean? Maybe it came up to that. And so in the lead up to that, it caused us to really dig deep and to figure out and to find out what are some natural solutions for our people when it comes to our health and our wellness and things like that. And so, so we, it wasn't just an on spot. We're just going to, at that moment, we start hitting the internet and start putting in. No, this is years of stuff that we have been doing on our own in our own household. Big shout out to my wife, and different things that, between what she's been looking into and put in practice in the house and saying, and things that I've come across as well. So we started off with that. It was a very little, but then we, jumped up and, and then one thing led to another. And it just continued to grow and grow and grow and grow. And we were able to address a number of things as it pertains to wellness and health related issues for our people, where we couldn't do it on this platform. Then we said, you know what, the heck with it. We'll create a whole nother platform where we can. And that's what we did on mybondtube.com. And so that's where BondTube came about as a result of that. Because, see, this is what we invest in. We're going to invest in those things that are the tangible, beneficial to our people. I was just thinking this week, I was saying, man, there is, I don't know, maybe I think what it is, I'm getting more sensitive to it. I think that's what it is. And just so much talking going on, just about everything's being talked. What you name the topic, everybody's just talking. We just talking about everything. We're finding fault in everything. But when it comes to, okay, let's actually build something. How about that? build something that's going to last? How about investing in ourselves? How about prioritizing our health? How about those things? Let's talk about that. Not to say those things haven't been talked about, but they should be more center stage, particularly in this day and time that we're in. Well, that's what we did. And so with Samba Tree, if you go here, you'll find a whole wealth of different things that we offer, everything from different powders to, heck, we even came up with our own seasonings. If you saw that right there. Yeah. So we have a whole seasoning collection, and that's something that we're just going to continue to add more and more to it. I'm actually now in the process of building a separate website just for the seasonings, because we're going to be adding more and more seasonings and stuff to that collection, because we get tired. I get so tired and mad and angry at the fact that many of our people have developed seasonings over the years. And then once it gets popular, and then the first thing we want to do is sell it to the man. And then once the man gets his hands on it, then he's adding all of these other crazy stuffs and dyes and chemicals and all that stuff. So no, we ain't about that. We want to keep everything natural, 100% when it comes to our seasonings. You can have some very good seasonings without all the extra stuff, and that's what we want to do with our collection that we have there. But it's not just seasonings. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about be getting into this cinnamon thing. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to also get into some of the other new things that we're offering as well. So just take a look when you get a chance. The website is sambatree.com. And the great thing is when you do come to the site, when you click on all of these items, what we try to do is we also try to give you a little bit more information. So a lot of times we'll have people who will say, well, I don't know what to use this for. Well, if you click on the actual item, it will give you a whole lot of, it will tell you the background of it, what it's about, what it does, what's in it, and all of that stuff. So you got all of that information on it. We try to put all of that in there, so it kind of, that way you're not guessing. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to get it, but I don't know what it does. Well, that's why I said we try to answer as much as that as possible. And you'll see as well, we oftentimes will put links to other websites where you can get additional information, on these different items. So again, it's sambatree.com. Not just stuff that you can take internally or whatever, but we also have body care things that we've, some of which that we've developed. Others we work very closely with a lab where we're able to tell them what to put in and what not to put in. So we have that as well. If you're still, a lot of these deodorants, for example, have metals in them and all that stuff. So we said, no, we don't want that, because what that does is, what you don't want to do is you don't want to clog up your pores. Now, the thing with deodorants too is, even natural ones, if you're putting way too much of any deodorant under your arm, you got to be very careful of that, because you'll be clogging up your pores. And then what happens is, it gets, your vitals in this area under your arm gets clogged up. And so you don't want to do that. So for me, for example, this deodorant that I put on, our natural deodorant, I just do one swipe and that's it. And it's fine. My arm ain't stinking, like we used to say, it smell like a hoagie, smell like a sub sandwich, but that's tied to the stuff that you're eating. So if you're eating a lot of meat, if you're eating a lot of onions and things like that, then it's going to come out in your pores. And where your pores? Under your arms. That's one of the areas where you're going to have a lot of pores. So yeah, so it's also tied to your eating. So if you find yourself, under your arms, you're like, man, why my arms stink so bad? Well, check the food that you're eating. That's usually where a good place to start. Also, all different types of toothpaste that we have, natural toothpaste that don't have all the nonsense and the craziness in it. If you're still using Crest, if you're still using all the other stuff, you don't need to be using that. Okay, period. And the thing that we always say here is that even if you don't buy it from us, then at least go somewhere. May this site be something that provokes you to go down the street and to purchase the things that you need to get the right things for your body, because this is the time now, family, that you need to be investing in yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So anyway, So we have things for the brothers now. We got the beard butter. We got all of that for you. And then of course we have all different, the black soaps, not just regular black soap, but we got black soap that infused with peppermint. We have one that is infused with lavender. We got all kinds. I love the lavender. My lavender is my favorite. I mean, lavender, I can do, if I can just sleep in a field of lavender, I would do it. I just love lavender. Then we have different types of butters that you can put on your skin, shea butters that are infused with, that have oatmeal, vitamin E. We have mango, lemongrass, milk and honey, all of that, y'all. And it smells delicious. It does. So we have that. Yeah, don't eat it. That doesn't mean don't eat it. You got to tell people, because some folks say, well, he said you can spread it on toast. No, please don't do that. Then we have these different types of teas where we talk all about it. We describe to you what the significance are with these teas and all of that. And it's just great sight. Okay. So, and then of course we have our whole jewelry section. We just started we've been creating phone wallpapers. So it doesn't matter what type of phone you have, be it an iPhone or an Android. We have some of them, they're not all loading up, but it'll come up as I'm talking. But phone wallpapers. Now, phone wallpapers, a lot of times we just go with the default, but you don't have to do that. You can put some nice, pretty images, beautiful images. And what I try to do is create some images that really reflect the good of us, the good of our people, and then not just they're not all like portraits or people, but it's also things that are kind of like, it's just, maybe it's colors, different colors or whatever. And I try to pull from different artists and see, their art style and all of that, and try to come up with some things that are very unique, like things like this. I really love this. Like I try to pull from like Caribbean colors that you'll find throughout the Caribbean. I love tropical birds. I came up with one with tropical birds. I love like the jazz music, like, trying to mix jazz music with the art deco of that era, of that time, and so different styles and things like that I've been playing around with. 99 cents a piece, y'all. I mean, it's really, nobody's this ain't going to put me through college. Okay. It's not, but this is just some beautiful artwork that you can add to your phone. And as soon as you purchase it, you're able to immediately download it. It's not something that we have to ship to you or anything like that. So again, the website is sambatree.com. And like I said, we have the promo going on right now. Save up to 50%. We'll talk more about that in detail in a little bit, but a couple of things I want to touch bases with very quickly, and then we'll go ahead and jump right into it. And someone said men love lavender. Okay. I didn't know that was a man thing, but I know I love it. Yeah, I love lavender, man. I can just love it. Anyway, couple of things that I want to share very quickly in regards to what Samba Tree is concerned. Number one, orders are still going out. Orders are literally going out every day. Okay, they're going out every day. Keep in mind, we're in the holiday season, so some things may move a little bit slower. So if you, by chance, if you're like, okay, well, I put an order in and I don't know, I'm wondering where it is, what's the status of it? Before you get on email and you email us, make sure you check the tracking number that was already given to you. Okay. Because once we hand it to the carrier, it's out of our hands. Like we don't have the ability to get in the car and drive to Kentucky and say, hey, what y'all doing? Y'all need to speed this up. Or we don't have like a back number that we can call and we can talk to truck drivers or people at the distribution centers or whatever and tell them, okay, you got to give us enough. We don't have that ability, but you do. All you can do is when you got that tracking number, just go to the either USPS or UPS. I think those are the main ones we use, and use that tracking number and it will tell you exactly where your stuff is. Now, if it seems like it's been hanging or whatever, then just follow the phone number on that website, be it UPS or USPS, and make sure that and then call them and then you can follow up with them. But keep in mind, again, once it's out of our hands, we don't have any control over it at that point. It's on you as the customer now to give them a call and find out exactly what's going on. And but like I say, keep in mind, it is the holidays, so it's a lot of things are going very slow. And I'm gonna tell you, when we do drop offs, man, I'm telling you, it's packed. It is packed, and it's starting to slow up now because if you ain't got it out by now, for people who are ordering for Christmas, it's kind of too late. So keep that in mind, number one. Number two, we really don't have a problem with this at all, but I'll mention this. One thing I want people to understand too is how much the Amazon has really changed the game, when it comes to small businesses or businesses, period, across the board. I would say businesses across the board. Now, if you have Amazon, Amazon, they have like Prime. If you got Amazon Prime, then that means if you order something, that means in 2 days, you'll probably get it, right? And that's because Amazon is making more than enough money where they have pretty much built their own courier service. So they got warehouses literally all over the nation, all over the world. And as soon as you click on, you buy that product, they send a signal or a message to that to the warehouse that's closest to you that has that product. And then you'll get it within a day or two. Okay, that's Amazon. Now, what talk right, Dwayne. So what has happened as a result of that is that you have many other companies that are trying to play catch up. I'm talking about large companies like Target, Etsy, all of these different companies. I don't want to say Etsy, but I would say Target, Walmart, some of the big players out there. And so what they are finding themselves doing is they are following suit by building more warehouses all over the place. I tell you, in New Jersey, I told you where we lived, warehouses is the game right now. If you're really into some heavy real estate investing, I would say hands down, it would be warehouses, because when I tell you they are throwing up warehouses all over the place, particularly in places like New Jersey, it's crazy, but they're doing it because this is the new thing now. People want things faster, and we can thank Amazon for that. Now, I'm saying all that to say, when it comes to Samba Tree, we do get things out pretty quickly. Generally speaking, we try to do a quick turnaround, but we don't have the infrastructure that Amazon has. Okay. Which means when you order something, instead of it being 2 days, it may be a little bit longer than that, and for those of you who are older than 2, I think you remember those days, where things, it didn't just turn around that quickly because we don't have warehouses like that. So I just want, those are things to keep in mind, when you're ordering. We're going to turn it around as quickly as possible, but just keep in mind, we're not Amazon. Okay. But we are looking at different shipping options out there, because there are options you can look at. So we're weighing different options out there and seeing what other services that we can use and all of that are reliable, number one, and can get things to people quickly. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the industry. That's just what it is in the world of retail. So you gotta play catch up. You got to do what you can. So, all righty. So yeah, incidentally enough, this is definitely a side item, but I mentioned Amazon, but it was something I wanted to mention on that. I saw this video regarding that. You know how when you go on Amazon and you find a product, let's say a hat, right? You find a hat and you're like, man, I really like this hat. And it's made by, the name of the company is called the Local Boys. I'm making up a name. Okay. I found this nice hat and it's made by this company called the Local Boys. And they have a whole backstory of how they started. And, it's a small business, and, they started selling in coffee shops and stuff like that. And one thing led to another, and it became popular enough where they said, you know what, we're going to sell our hats on Amazon. So what they do is they'll take a bunch of their hats, give it to Amazon, and Amazon will warehouse their stuff so that people can, buy it and get it within a quick turnaround, right? Okay, that all sounds very good, right? But wait, there's more. Now, when you go on Amazon, you are looking for a hat made by the Local Boys. right? But you'll see advertised next to the hat, it will be one that's made by, it's an off brand. It's an Amazon. It's called like Amazon Plus or something like that. And what Amazon has done over the years is that they have created a off brand side hustle, if you will. And what they do, and in this video, they were really doing a breakdown. People, small businesses, what they'll do is they'll monitor small businesses that sell on their platform, and they will look at the products that are the most popular. And so what they'll do is they'll take that sales data and then they'll send it to their little small company, their little off-brand company, and say, hey, listen, can you duplicate this for us? And they'll duplicate it. And then they'll duplicate it, and then they will sell it right alongside yours. So so now you're basically competing against yourself. And is it legal? It's a large company, so they got a lot of gray area that can play with. So it's just something to keep in mind, because I know some time ago we were actually thinking about maybe putting some of our stuff on Amazon. But I'm going to tell you, I just did not I felt some kind of way about that, because I said, when it's too easy, that usually means there's probably there's more clause to it. And so just something to keep in mind, like when you go on platforms like Amazon, and, because I know I do it too. If you see like batteries, for example, if you get the name brand like Duracell, the price is going to be like this. But Amazon also sells their own brand. It's the same battery, but the price is much lower. And more often than not, people like you and me, we're going to go with the lower one, right? But that's actually taking money from, in this case, we say Duracell in this example. So you're like, oh, Duracell, they're just a large company. Anyway, who cares? But what about the little mom and pop shops? Yeah, they're doing it to them too. So it's just something to keep in mind. It was something I actually, I saw this video like a few days ago. I was like, man, I knew there was something to that. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. But anyway, let's get to this email real quick here, and we'll just go over very quickly. This is what we got going on here at sambatree.com. Thank you for each and every one of you who are just joining us, and I'm so glad that you guys could be here. Make sure when you go to sambatree.com, you sign up for the email list, okay? Because when you sign up for the email list, you'll get the heads up anytime we got something brand new that we're introducing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. This email is chock full of great info, new products, and fun recipes to try at home. So the first thing we're going to talk about is called Ceylon. I hope I'm saying that right. I had to rehearse it several times. Ceylon, or true cinnamon powder sticks. Now I want you to take a look at how this is made. Okay. I actually have some right here in my brown hands here. And let me see if I can pull it up. You can see it right there on the screen, but I have some here. I'll just show it to you as well. I want you to take a look at the details. Come on now. Let's see. Hold on. Y'all see that? I think you can get a general idea because it's on the screen, but basically you can see. I want you to look at the details. All right. So you can see how this is, right? Sorry. Right here. You see how you got all this detail, all that stuff in there. And I'm going to show you a video too. A short video talks about that and how they put this together, right? Now, Ceylon cinnamon, and this is all in our email. See, we try to put a lot of info in the email. It's what's referred to as true cinnamon. All right. So this is the description of it here. It's pale brown color, as you saw. I was just holding to it. It's thin. It has multiple layers. It has coumarin levels. It's very small amounts of coumarin, and we'll talk about what coumarin is. Okay. Naturally sweet flavor, almost floral aroma. Okay. So that's Ceylon. Now, when you look at cassia cinnamon, now this is the type of cinnamon that many of us are used to seeing, okay? But this cinnamon typically comes out of China. All right. China, Indonesia, Vietnam. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But there are differences. All right. So notice the difference here. Okay. It's got the thick single layer. Like I said, many of us are used to seeing the one on the right. Now it has high coumarin levels, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. And coumarin is basically, I'll just mention it now, it's a chemical naturally found in cinnamon known to have a toxic effect on the liver and kidneys. All right. So if you take the one on the right in high quantities and you happen to have liver issues, and you're someone that has liver issues or kidney issues, this might not be the best choice for you. Okay, so you may not want to have it. So it has a toxicity level that's much higher than what you have on the Ceylon, the one on the right, on the left, sorry. And then, of course, you know, it's a darker brown color. It has a stronger flavor with little sweetness. Okay. All right. Now, they said true cinnamon or Ceylon comes from Sri Lanka, even though I'm sure you can grow it other places, but it comes out of Sri Lanka off the coast of India. However, mostly what is sold in the U.S. supermarkets is cassia, a product from China, commercially branded as cinnamon. Let me see if I can bring this video up for you right quick here. And it's a YouTube short, and they're actually talking about it here. Let me get it together here. Video's up. Let's go.
Cinnamon are the Ceylon variety. Many in the Western market are actually cheaper types of cinnamon called cassia. In the US, it is legal to label both Ceylon and cassia cinnamon as cinnamon, while in the UK and other countries, cassia must be labeled cassia. Ceylon cinnamon is made from the dried inner bark of a tree called Cinnamomum verum. After drying, the small pieces are stuffed inside a straight piece of bark, forming one 42-inch quill. Those then need to dry for 3 to 4 days before they're packed into bales and sent off to a separate facility. Ceylon cinnamon is native to just one region of the world. But not all spices labeled cinnamon are the Ceylon variety. Many in the Western market.
Okay. All right. Just repeating the same thing. So you got it right there. I just want you to see that, and you can get an idea of the differences there. Okay. So let me go back to this email here. Okay, so why does it matter? Why does this matter? All right, and we'll talk about that. That's right there. All right, why does it matter? Cassia from China contains high levels of compound called coumarin, which we just talked about this, which can cause liver damage when consumed in large amounts. Ceylon true cinnamon does not. In Ceylon cinnamon, the coumarin levels are very low and poses no risk of liver damage. Now, this is a study that was done as well between looking at cinnamon, right? And so this is a study, I think it was done in 2019. So if you're someone that deals with diabetes, you definitely want to pay attention to this. 4 grams of cinnamon per day, and then it has 8 grams of cinnamon per day. All right. And they said study of 84 obese diabetic men over a period of 10 weeks to test if cinnamon supplementation could help with weight loss, blood sugar, and cholesterol control. And so on the left, the people who took 4 grams of cinnamon per day, it reduced their BMI by 4.45 kilograms. Okay, it reduced their waist circumference by 6.86 circumference. All right. And when they're talking about cinnamon, we're talking about Ceylon. We're not talking about the other stuff. All right. 8 grams, it reduced it. Of course, it was higher. The BMI, it was higher. Their weight went down by 5.52 kilograms. And then the waist size went down by 10.72 centimeters. All right. They said this study also confirms the ability of Ceylon cinnamon to control cholesterol as well as blood sugar levels. And so here's another one here. All of this is in the email. Like, we're not just saying, here's a picture. Y'all, we got this stuff now. Buy it. No, we want to educate. We got a whole educational wing, too, that we try to incorporate here with Samba Tree. So we're not just trying to push products on you. We want to also try to the best of our ability, educate so that people can understand and know what these things are good for. You know, I understand. Listen, I still do sometimes. I go into some of these health food stores and I go down some of those aisles, man, deer in the headlights. I'm like, I don't know what is what, you know? So we try to make it a little bit, bring some clarity to the things that we carry so that you know what, and then you take the information however you want to take it, you know? So it's antibacterial. It supports brain health, regulates blood glucose, helps control IBS symptoms, antioxidant properties, and lowers blood pressure and lipids. I'm going to tell y'all, based on what we have been talking about just this week, it's crucial, it's critical for you to make sure that you are including in your diets things that are going to eliminate, you know, things, you know, like the if you're dealing with high blood pressure or diabetes. I told you, as far as we're concerned here, our goal is to destroy it. It's just as simple as that. When you're in a war, it ain't negotiation. I'm not trying to negotiate with diabetes. I'm not trying to negotiate with high blood pressure. We've made it very clear our goal and our mission is one thing and one thing only in Tree. Well, amongst other things. But one of the top priorities is to completely annihilate and to destroy high blood pressure and diabetes. Those are the two things, and that's what we've been focused on. And we actually have a track record of real people that we can point to that have, you know, thankfully, you know, they've been, you know, taking some of this stuff or whatever, and they have been noticing a measurable difference in their health. We ain't doing no pyramid scam. This is just a regular, you buy it and that's it. We ain't doing the pyramid stuff. Okay. We ain't doing none of that here. It's just a regular store like anything else. All right. So anyway, so that's the whole Ceylon. So you definitely want to check that out when you get a chance. Also, I do have, my wife wanted me to show y'all this as well, so you can take a look at it, what it looks like, the Ceylon powder, because we sell it as the powder. And so I have it right here. And the big trick for me is not to spill it and get it on my keyboard. So let me get it right here so I'll bring it up so you can kind of see it a little bit. See, it just looks like powdered, just regular powdered cinnamon. All right. Let me taste a little bit of this jar. Hold on. Yeah, it's cinnamon. It's cinnamon. And what I used to do with cinnamon, look, when I run out of jelly, I had to put on my toast. What I would do is I'll get some honey and then I'll sprinkle it with cinnamon. I love that. So anyway, yeah, it's cinnamon. Now, don't do the cinnamon challenge with this now. You know how some people be doing. Don't do the cinnamon challenge, y'all, with this. You know, where you put a whole bunch of it in your mouth. Don't do that. This ain't for that, okay? Let's move right along here. Let's see what else we got in the house. We got strawberry leaf tea. We have that as well. What are the benefits of strawberry leaf tea? It helps with arthritis pain. We have family members out here that are dealing with arthritis. This is a good natural way of dealing with that. Okay, so it helps with arthritis pain, improves digestive health. You know, for you, if you find yourself your body's all your stomach's always kind of like speaking in tongues and doing all that stuff, it's probably because you're mixing your foods wrong. We all do that. Those of us in Western culture, it's pretty much you eat what you want to eat, but there is a method to how you should eat, how we should all eat. And so our bodies a lot of times are trying to tell us, okay, now why did you mix that pizza with that ice cream? You know what I mean? Or you trying to eat a salad with candy, or whatever. It's like when you're not supposed to mix things up like that. So you find yourself a lot of times your stomach be breakdancing and doing all kinds of stuff, and then and then all of a sudden your stomach wants to put a word in the conversation, and meaning what comes out. I think you know what I'm talking about. Farting. That's what I'm talking about. So if you're doing that kind of stuff, that's a sure sign that maybe, just maybe, there's a little off balance there. So helps with digestive health. can purify our blood. That's another thing. What are they are the highest source of vitamin C available in nature. Did you know? When we also sell blueberry leaf tea as well. See, a lot of times we think it's the berries, it's the fruit that has all the goodness in it. It has a lot in it, but it really is the leaf. The leaves are the ones that have the highest amount of the good things that our body needs. And so that's why these teas are so important, So we have strawberry leaf tea. This is treating high blood pressure, protecting us against cancer. And that's something. Anyway, so let's keep on here. And then we have this thing called fenugreek. All right. For you out there that are trying to grow your hair back. Yeah, there are many natural things all out there. Different people sell different stuff that you can, put on your hair and all of that. And we have the powder. It comes in a powder. It's called fenugreek. Is for hair health. And then we have a video. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want no copyright stuff, but you can click on it. And it shows you how you can make a paste out of this fenugreek. And it's used for detangling your hair, moisturizing, conditioning, and scalp care. So, this is another great thing to do if you, especially in this winter months, if you're in the house, especially if you're in a colder climate, a lot of times people like to have their heat up. Now, when you have that heat up, and we've done videos on this talking about when you have that heat on, it's drying you out. And so it's, a lot of times we think that the summertime is the time where you just drink in the most water, but actually it's not the summer. It's not just the summer, but also the winter as well. Cause that heat, boy, it will dry you out. And you think every day is Ash Wednesday. Some of y'all, you have all this to say about the Catholic Church and how you don't like the Catholics and the Pope and all of that. But when you wake up in the morning, you are celebrating Ash Wednesday every day. Looking at them elbows and them ankles and stuff like that. You're Catholic. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. But no, it's when your skin is dry like that, it's usually because of the fact that, especially in these colder months, when you got that heat up, it's just drying out the air in your house. So that's why it's also good to have, what you call humidifier in your house during this time too. If you especially in a colder climate, and then your scalp as well will get dry as well. So this is something too that's a good way of moisturizing, conditioning your scalp, and then also your hair gets dry too. And this is a great way of bringing that moisture back into your hair. And again, it's called fenugreek, and we selling this in a powder form. Okay, and then we have this other thing too. I told y'all, man, I see this stuff all the time. I get excited because I'm saying what makes me happy is the fact that we don't just sit up here and talk about the problems of the world. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could point out all the problems in the world, but what are the solutions? What are the practical things we can do to help ourselves navigate through all of this stuff, right? And so here's something else that we just added, all right? Is ashwagandha. Now, many of you have heard of this, you've seen it, but you may or may not know what it does. Well, I'll just explain it to you real quick. We'll make it simple, okay? It's helpful in reducing blood sugar levels. Here we go again. It boosts immunity, it improves bone health, helps to reduce anxiety and stress. Didn't we just talk about that today, this week? Yep. Helps to fight cancer, lowers your cortisol, improves thyroid function, and increases muscle strength. Yeah, so it does quite a bit, this ashwagandha. And then we included a drink that you can make. And I'm gonna try to make this, we're gonna be doing more little shorts here. I was gonna do a short today on a couple of things, but a couple of shorts today, but it's actually raining, believe it or not, out here. So I ain't gonna be able to do that today, but once the sun comes out again, we'll be doing more shorts showing you just how easy it is to make some of these things here, such as what you got here is a bedtime drink that you make with ashwagandha. Doesn't that look good? Yeah, we'll show you how to make it. Very easy. I think if you click on it, it will actually take you to the recipe if you want to go ahead and get a head start. We added a new bitter to the family, and that is colon cleanser. Some of y'all, you gonna need that colon cleanse. You gonna need that colon cleanse. Okay, drinking that water ain't enough. You need that colon cleanse. Well, we have a bitter that you can now, that can assist you in that process. This is a great time to do it, by the way, because it's the first of the year. This is when people make New Year resolutions and, you know, do all this stuff and so this is a great time to do it. So we have a colon cleanser bitter that you can also do. And I already talked about this, the phone wallpapers that we make, and we have that as well. We did this video too. This is our plant. We don't make the milk, but we showed you how you can make your own plant-based milk. And do I have it? I think I should just show it. It's just a short video. It's one of the shorts that we posted. And like I said, again, we're going to be posting a lot more shorts, you know, making good use of that as soon as I can get it up here on the screen. And it's a very just right to the point thing. All right, here we go. Where are we in?
Here's how to make easy.
Okay. Here we go.
Plant-based milk in less than 5 minutes. Water, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, Himalayan salt, Ceylon cinnamon, maple syrup, and vanilla extract. Let's go. Healthy, natural milk for you and your family without all of those additives of store-bought nut milks. The recipe's in the caption.
There you go. So yeah, so we showed you how you can do that, and I'm gonna tell you, someone said, "Where'd you get that apron, Dwayne?" It's a gardener's. Yeah, we're in the garden. We're in the Samba Gardens. Plus, I wear it to bed sometimes. Sometimes I wear it in the shower. You know, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yes, we make this milk. And when I tell you, it must be pretty good, because now up to this point, we have been buying almond milk in the store. Yeah, I know. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. I know. But, you know, we try to it's kind of like one of those things. You close your eyes and pick the best one that you can pick, you know. So, but you look on the back and you see they got all this garbage in there, right? All this extra stuff that they add in there. And it's like, why you got to add all this stuff, right? I thought it was just almond milk. Why you adding all this other stuff in there, right? And so, we just said, you know what, doggone it. We've been talking to other people for a long time, and they've been telling us, hey, we make our own milk. And we said, you know what, let's start doing it. And that's what we did. And I tasted it and really liked it. But my son, on the other hand, man, Nicole make it, and she put it in that big jar, right, that you just saw him put in the refrigerator. I go back later on in the day, it'd be half gone. I see my son, he got like a cup, a whole cup he drank in himself. Now, mind you, we've been getting almond milk for the house. I've never seen him drink almond milk like that. But when she made this, it was like, yeah, I got this. And then he had his food and all this stuff. I was like, what? Okay. So yeah, he really, really I like it too. I mainly drink the milk if I'm having pancakes. I haven't used it. I forgot why I didn't use it for the pancakes. I forgot what happened. Maybe I didn't have a lot. I didn't have enough. It was some reason why. But yeah, I'm gonna make pancakes with it. Yeah, it's good. What I have made it with is chai tea. Now I love me some chai tea. So that's what I've been drinking, like in the evenings out here when it gets cool out. You know, I'll take that milk, heat it up, And then I got some chai tea and mix it in there. And then sometimes I'll put some little bit of chocolate in there, man. You can't tell me nothing at all. I'm in my zone at that point. You cannot tell me anything. So anyway, but yeah, that milk there, it really adds more flavor, more nuttiness, if you will, than what you would get in the store. So it only takes a few minutes to make it. So anyway, that was something that we just added as well. Well, to the recipe, if you will, you can check that out. Almost finished here. Almost finished. As you can see, we got a lot we got going on here. So anyway, yeah, we just restocked again with the extracts. And when I tell you people jumped on this one, people really were jumping on this thing here. So we just got restocked this week. So those orders of people who ordered these extracts, they're going out, been going out. So yeah, so you'll be getting yours soon if you ordered these as well. But check out all these different extracts and what they're for. I won't go through all of them because again, you just need to check on your own because there's a lot of them and they each address different things, you know, health things, areas that you want to focus on. So it's real easy when you go there, you're not lost, you know, it's very easy. Oh my, I almost want to start singing on this one. I almost want to start singing, but I'm not going to sing. But anyway, the Soursop drinks. Now y'all been drinking that. I've been drinking it too. My goodness. Now, let me ask you something. Let me ask you, for those who ordered this and you got yours. Now, I want you to be totally honest with me. Be honest, okay? If you got your drink, was I overhyping it? Was I overhyping the drink? I want to know. Was I overhyping it? Maybe I was. Maybe I got too excited. I don't know. But let me know. It's okay to be honest. And if you give an answer I don't like, I'm gonna block you. But anyway, no, I'm just playing. But seriously, if you are in the chat or you're watching this, or maybe you're watching this later, put in the comments as well. Did I overhype this drink? I'm gonna tell you, 100% Soursop, and they don't add anything else to it. No sugar, no preservatives, no additives or anything like that. And when I tell you, we have put in work trying to find a drink like this. We have put in work big time because there are so many manufacturers that make fruit drinks. They'll say fruit juice. They'll say on there all the time, oh yeah, it's straight from the Caribbean, or it's straight from South America, or it's straight from this country or whatever. And we're like, okay, right on. First thing I'm doing, I'm flipping that joint over and let me look at the ingredients. First thing I see is sugar. Okay, why are you putting sugar on there? Let's say if it's pineapple juice, why are you adding sugar to pineapple juice? You know what I mean? I found some wonderful tropical fruits that they sell as a juice in a can, just like this. Wonderful ones. And I'm like, man, I know that's good. I said, we got to get that. I mean, the cases are sitting there ready for me to pick up. And then I turn and look at the back. What's the number one ingredient? Sugar. But now what they do is they'll say, oh, it's 100% natural cane sugar. Nah, y'all just still adding sugar to it. You don't need to add sugar. You know, I was looking at, I talked about sugar cane juice. Some of y'all mentioned some time ago, sugar cane juice. Sugar cane juice is just that. It's sugar cane, right? Sugar cane. And if you've never had sugar cane juice, believe it or not, is actually pretty good for those who who have diabetes. You wouldn't think that, would you? Oh, I'm supposed to stay away from natural sugar in its natural form. Its natural form like that is actually extremely beneficial for people who, especially those who deal with diabetes. Yes, for real. So anyway, I went to this place and I got their sugarcane juice, and they had one brand, then they had another brand, and I said, oh, well, let me check this out. Is there any difference to this brand? And I think that other brand, they had another, like a flour or something that was added to it. So I was like, oh, let me look at that. Turn it on back. They added sugar. I said, how are you adding sugar to sugar cane? That doesn't even make any sense. So So when I tell you, I have been on a hunt for a extremely long time trying to locate a good juice that we can provide that's 100% just that juice. And it's something that is easy for us to ship. And, it's not going to, easy to damage or anything like that. Because I'm going to tell you, some of these couriers, man, they can be, I'm like, man, I know maybe they're not paying you enough, but doggone it, you flinging that thing like you trying to kill somebody. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So if you get your box, if any of you ever got something from us and it was damaged, just know we didn't ship it that way. When that happens, it's usually how it's being handled in the process. But still let us know if that ever happens, okay? But yeah, so we settled on, but we got this, we tried it, and we were like, this is it. This is it. Now, we have Soursop, but they also have coconut water. All right, 100% coconut water, and I believe it has coconut pieces in it, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're interested in us carrying that as well, let us know. Put that in the chat. Put that in the comment section, and we'll look into seeing if we can get our hands on that coconut water too. Coconut water is not just the water; it also has the chunks of coconut in there too, which I absolutely love. So let us know if you're interested in that, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, we'll see what Santa can bring you this year. I know people going to get triggered on that. No, we don't believe in no Santa. Okay. But other than that, I think that is it, family. I think that's it. That's all I have. Yeah. So that's what we have at Samba Tree right now. Now the promo is about to finish. It's just about over with, family. So if you've been kind of sitting on the fence or just kind of waiting a little bit and not sure, like, I'll just give it a little bit of time. It's a wrap, because we got to get ready for the next year. Okay. So just a quick rundown here. What's on sale? Everything in the garden section is up to 40% off. Everything in the tea section is up to 40% off. In the body care selection is up to 25% off. In the jewelry section, up to 70% off. We're not trying to pass off some costume jewelry, y'all. This is usually, a lot of it is copper, 100% copper. Okay. And head wraps, 50% off. All right. So that's what's on sale. You can check that out. Again, the website is sambatree.com. And again, we got to pull the plug on this, because like I said, again, we got to get ready for the new year. So another few days and it's going to be a wrap. But other than that, family, that's all I have for you. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend. And we may or may not go live, I don't know, over the next couple of days or so. But like I said, it's just, I don't know. It's just way too noisy. Right now, what I'm getting ready to do is find somewhere to sit down, maybe get something to eat. Maybe I'll do that. And then maybe I'll sit down on the couch and kind of relax a little bit for the rest of the day, and then get back to work, because it doesn't stop. All right, family, listen, you guys take care. Love you very much. And again, the website is sambatree.com. I'll see you again next time. You guys take care. Love you.